Hey, what's up guys, Bryce here, and we're back at it again for another video. In this video, we are at Grand Prix New York for the second time, and I've posted a hot lap of this track in my first video going here, and this is the second video, so my second time coming here. I'm definitely looking to improve this lap time. This track is about an hour away from me compared to like 20 minutes, which is RPM, so it's a little bit more out of the way, so that's why I don't come here, you know, often at all. But I did really have a great time when I went, and this track is a whole lot different than RPM Raceway in many ways. The track is 40 seconds longer, and it has elevation changes and all that type of stuff. I wouldn't say it's my favorite track ever that I've driven, just because it's a little bit too much as well. It's really hard to get a flow around this track, but it is fun, and these karts do go really fast, and you really get to use all the speed on them. Unlike RPM, it's really hard to really use all the speed on those karts. But we're trying to warm the tires here on this first lap, but it's still tempting to just use all of the power as we do here. Going down into turn 1, it's crucial to get a late apex on that corner, and then you're already going up into the second level. You will suffer from a lot of understeer, and the car just sliding around as you drop down to this left-hander, clipping this on the inside, swinging the car back to the left, going back to the right. You want to hit the apex right in the middle of the track. Go to the right and then back to the left. And then my favorite sequence of corners right here, you have a double right-hander, let the car drift out wide and then come back, and then back to the left-hander, and then you have a long left-hand which goes downhill. You have no grip there. Another cool corner, a left, and then a late apex right to the front straight. A really quick lap, but it is quite fun. But for racing, I wouldn't know how it is, because it was basically me and a few other people. But the way it works here is you need to get below a certain lap time to get the fastest speed, which I believe is speed 5. I could be wrong. I think it's 4 or 5. But I did have the fastest speed because I was able to get that lap time, which is like a 46. And then in this run here, my best lap was a 41, so a 40.1. which is pretty good for speed 5, considering I've only been here 2 times. And really the main goal is just to have fun. I was trying to have fun here, which is what I did. And we're really just pushing the limits as much as we can here. This corner here, I always have a lot of oversteer going into there. The rear end just snaps on me. Going down to turn 1, it approaches so quickly, and you just need to get that late apex. And here, you really want to set yourself up, because when you go up here, you can see here, you want to watch out for that wall and run through there as smooth as you can. And this corner here is just super quick. Same thing with these corners here. They are really quick. It's probably hard to see it in the camera, but in person it is very fast, which is quite awesome. And here, swing the car back to the right, back to the left. I take a tight line here and just fully lock that wheel, and that enables me to get a tight line around there. Hit the wall there just a little bit, and that really, I'm really pushing the limits here, just trying to see what this kart can do. And locked up there again, hit that rear wall, which is not good. And now we're just trying to set consistent lap times, unlike RPM, where we can kind of take it easy because we know the track. I would love to come here again and, you know, drive more here, but I will be going to a professional karting place called Oakland Valley near me, and that is another video that I'll be posting soon as well. Coming along another slow kart here, so we're just gonna try to make our way around, but we're super patient. We're not rushing anything here, so we're just getting late apexes as per usual. And then now again, we're getting slowed down a little bit, but we're not worried too much, because this lap was already not going to be a good one. And a long front straight with the grid spots, which is pretty awesome. It would be pretty cool to do a league race here, but again, it is pretty far away from where I live. And there we go, he did spin out, so now we can use this time, or this opportunity, to set a pretty good out lap. And the lap after this one is where I set a really good lap. The key to this track, I would say, is you really need to get the tires nice and warmed up, and the lines are really crucial, as they are with any track. But there is also a lot of different lines you can take, as the track is much wider than RPM's. You can take a lot of different lines through the corners. You could take a later apex into this corner. I mean, these last 2 corners is kind of only one line you can take, which is the fastest line. But here is my fastest lap of the race. Avoid this first curb here, which we try so hard not to, but it's so hard. And getting a late apex there, going up this hilly section, keep the wheel as straight as you can, and just try to get a smooth exit. Drop down here, basically not even braking there, because the car will rotate around that corner. Apexing in the middle of the corner, using all the track, swinging the car as much to the right as you can, back to the left. trying to hit the double apex, swinging the car all the way to the left. This apex here and getting a late apex on this corner there, and the same thing for this one, but keeping super tight, locking that wheel all the way and slowly unwinding it. A late apex here, trying to feather the throttle and getting another late apex onto this front straight. Use all the track you can, and that was the fastest lap that I was able to set. And I've set pretty consistent laps for this race, but that was just the fastest one I was able to get. Again, I'm still trying to learn just the fastest line around this track. Just moving your car over by, you know, a foot or so, or not even that, 6 inches can really change the trajectory of the line and gain or lose time. And it's all about precision. Precision is really important in karting and racing in general. You really just have to be precise every single lap as we go around the outside there. And now the tires are starting to feel a bit warm, but we're kind of running out of battery here, as they are electric karts. RPM karts do sound really nice. These are a bit more quiet on the quiet side, but these are definitely fast, and they are both equally as fun. Going up this hilly section again, I could have gotten a later apex there because coming out that corner suffered from oversteer a lot. A little cone there that I'm surprised they left out on the track, but I wasn't anywhere near it. Just trying to fool around with the lines here, trying to take later apexes and see what works and see what doesn't work. But again, it's hard without knowing, you know, your live delta or speed. This corner maybe turning in a little bit too tight, a little bit too soon. Again, I'm not sure. The bottom section is my favorite because it's not as annoyingly loud as it is on the top, and it's like actual pavement or concrete, you could say. But last lap of the race, and here we're just pushing as hard as we can. My hands actually got a little bit tired just because the wheel is definitely a lot harder to turn than it is at RPM, but I was still pushing through it and still trying to set quick lap times. And for this last lap of the race, I was hoping to get a decent lap, run a little bit wide there. Coming to this corner, hit the first apex all the way out, hit the second one, and now we run into a bit of traffic. So this lap was abandoned, unfortunately. And then now we're going to come across the line to finish this race. So this was really fun. I did really enjoy this. And I definitely want to come back here more as much as I can, because racing in real life, for me, I just have a much greater passion for than in a simulator, even though I love them both. And with a simulator, you can race in any track and all that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, leave a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.